Hello, and welcome to Citibits Reflections for August 28, 2013. Today, as I walked out around the yard, I noticed the grapevines that have grown up into the tree. And it's very breezy here today in our Annapolis Valley home in Nova Scotia, and there's supposed to be rain coming. But the reflection that came to me was about our children, and how when we release them into the world, what do they take with us? And it seems like some people that I'm talking to these days are releasing their children into the world and not knowing what's going to happen, but knowing that they've done the best job that they can. And for the rest of us who question whether or not we've done it the right way or the way that we need to, let's just spend a few moments together contemplating it. In order to do that, it helps if we get inside our plexiglass box. And in order to do that, we place our hands on either side of our navel with our middle fingertips touching. And as we inhale, your body is going to grow stronger and taller. You're going to feel that all the restrictions that you have in your body are going to be released as you breathe deeply. So take a nice deep breath in and start to let your body unfurl. Start to let your shoulders go back so that your elbows, as if they were being put in your back pocket. And exhale. This time as you inhale, imagine you have a plexiglass box, and this plexiglass box is as wide as your arms are and as tall as your arms are. And this is your protected spot. This is the spot where you and your Creator convene. You and your highest self meet there to discuss. And exhale. This time as you inhale, invite your Creator and your highest selves to join you on this introspection moment. And exhale. This time, as you inhale, put on your parent hat. Put on that hat that was with your children when they're born and will be with them until the day you no longer exist. And look at it. Does it say Mummy? Or does it say Mother? The difference being that when we release our children into the world, it doesn't serve us or them to be mummies anymore. It serves us to be their mother. It serves us to be their counsel. The one that reverberates what your own wisest self is saying. When they were little, everything they did is not unlike this grapevine before you. It was a step. It was a step towards their growth. And whether that was being able to sleep through the night for the first time, or drinking something out of a sippy cup for the first time, or not having to use diapers anymore, or walking the first time, or being able to tie their shoelaces the first time, going to school the first time, all these firsts we were part of. And each step along the way, we rejoiced that our children were becoming independent of us and being able to think for themselves and act for themselves. And so we took all these little things for granted. But now, as our children are leaving the nest, we find ourselves going back and saying, did we do enough? Did we do the right thing? And regardless of how good of a parent you are, you always ask yourself those questions, because that is the making of a good parent, to always have balance and to always seek balance. And so when our children leave the nest, what they take with us is the memento of what we've given them. And when our thoughts are pure and our hearts want nothing more than their success, and that we get to honor our children from the time that they're born, because that is what they came here for. We get to see their fullest expression. We get to see their positive and their negative, because they don't hide from us. And that is what makes the best relationship of all between parent and child, when neither one have to hide, when both of them get to honor who the other one is just by being part of their life. And as parents, when we see our children with the same qualities that we have, sometimes it's very, very rewarding. And sometimes we recognize that what we gave our children was not our very best. And what they picked up on from us was something that they need to let go of, but in their own time, because it serves them at this moment. And so, if your children are leaving home, realize that what you've given them will be their benchmark for the future. And that every time you've congratulated them, every time you've patted them on the back, every time you've said, "I love you," to them, that will carry off into the world, because it's their spirit that as parents we've built so carefully, or not. And when they have personality deficits, that's their job to learn, just as it was our job to learn how to be the best that we could be from where we are. And so with this next deep breath, thank your Creator for having had the opportunity to enlighten, to encourage, to love, to nurture the next generation. And exhale. This time, if there's anything that you have regrets with, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. And exhale. When you think about your children going off into the world, now's the time to ask your Creator to protect them. Because you, as soon as they're out of your sight, as you know from them going to school, have no control. And when you realize that you've done what you needed to do as a parent, and that now's your chance, now's your time to release them, and do so with your Creator behind you, then you get to sit back and watch what they do with that knowledge. So instead of holding on to them and being fearful for them, realize their life is different from yours, perhaps. And you wouldn't want them to be a cookie-cutter model of you anyway, because that's not what they came here for. They came here to be themselves. And by having their parents' respect and love and trust, that is what makes them who they're going to be in the real world. And so take a nice deep breath in and thank your Creator for giving you the strength that you've needed over the years, the faith, the trust, the hope. And exhale. This time as you inhale, thank your wisest self, your highest self, and your all-knowing self for showing up, and your Creator, and you. And exhale. And this time as you inhale, slowly, 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 let your plexiglass box drop and pat yourself on the back for a job well done. Until the next time, namaste.